All right. Well, welcome to Saturday part two. Took me forever to do it because I've eaten two different meals. When I eat, I can't sit up here. I get sleepy. I've watched a lot of movies or two movies or been involved watching various movies, but completely watched on Her Majesty's Secret Service. As we got into Spectre, I thought before I go right to No Time to Die, which is his relationship with his wife, I went to the old Bond when he had a wife. It was called On Her Majesty's Secret Service. And why did I do that? Because, okay, so Spectre, he meets her. And it's actually, she's the daughter of the assassin that killed Vesper Lind, and known as Mr. White. And we'll show you his quote to James Bond in a moment, that he is a kite dancing in a hurricane. Now, there's two different stories taking place in these last two James Bonds. One of them, of course, is the Antichrist. But another one is something I can't really talk to y'all about, but I talk to Michael about all the time. And he understands it. He really does. It's just a little too weird if I start talking to y'all about it here. Bible study is loading. Yay. Is anybody watching my Bible studies? Are any of y'all watching my Bible studies? How many people are watching my Bible studies? 4 views, 5 views, 6 views, 6 views, 7 views, 6 views, 4 views, 9 views, 7 views, 8 views. Okay. On average, 4 to 5, right? 5.5, 6 views. That's good. That's more than what it used to be. And yeah, just thankful. And so today we did Michael's prep earlier. More comments have been added. Before we get to my stuff, I want to get to I want to do my stuff first, because some of your comments might involve Bible study type stuff. And I haven't gone over them, but just in case, that can be a little long-winded on my part if I'm doing a study. Right eye wound. The day I took the right eye wound, I was 22209 days old, and Michael was talking about 222 a lot, which, come to find out, I didn't finish that thought, did I? So the second of, well, there's Spectre and No Time to Die, where he meets Madeline and has a baby with Madeline. It's the end of James Bond. And I watched a YouTube video from a movie type channel. YouTube, there's a lot of movie critics or spoiler alerts where they break movies down or they show you trailers. And one of the gentlemen did one called The End of James Bond on Her Majesty's Secret Service. Well, it was actually called On Her Majesty's Secret Service, The End of James Bond. On Her Majesty's Secret Service, The End of James Bond. And it was this one right here. It was by Eyebrow Cinema. And they really broke down how On Her Majesty's Secret Service, how On Her Majesty's Secret Service was the end of James Bond. But then, of course,
67. James Bond producers Harry Saltzman.
It's excellent to watch. I will put it down in the description. And of course, the end of James Bond is also actually No Time to Die. Well, guess what? The same songs are played in both movies. during No Time to Die, the final James Bond movie where he dies. They talk about, yeah, it'll be reprised. It'll be this, what'll be next. There is nothing next. We're at the end times, folks. And they killed off James Bond. What are you going to do? Right. So throughout No Time to Die, they played On Her Majesty's Secret Service theme song. And I went over that with you, the last time I broke the movie down. And in both movies, they played Satchmo. Louis Armstrong Satchmo, famous for his trumpet. Armstrong is renowned, charismatic stage presence and voice, as well as his trumpet. Trumpet, horn, horn, trump. So they used Louis Armstrong, who's famous for his trump. Get it? And sorry, I loaded my Bible study. Hey, it's 11:17, y'all. So yeah, so No Time to Die and On Her Majesty's Secret Service both feature On Her Majesty's Secret Service theme song, and they both feature We Have All the Time in the World song by Louis Armstrong, known for his trumpet. Born on my first wife's birthday, died on my birthday. Just a coincidence. What I would like to do first is go through, golly, how many have I got? 5, 10, 15. I got 18 videos. Let's go through them quick. They're very short, 8 seconds, 13 seconds, 40 seconds. Let's go through them. This one I just put on there just to have it on there. Y'all have seen it a million times.
You're a kite dancing in a hurricane.
Do they really think he's a kite dancing in a hurricane? No, that's for somebody else. Let's just say that's the church. The church members, the members of God's church are like a kite dancing in a hurricane. I mean, about to be destroyed by the fallen angels in the Great Tribulation, who have inhabited human bodies. Sure, it'll be humans doing it, but humans don't have the kind of speed or power that they're going to display. And so we are all like kites dancing in a hurricane. Let's just be clear about that. The Bond movies have a lot of double meanings. There's a lot of things going on.
Good God, the government couldn't afford this kind of facility. No, it was benefactors.
Oh, benefactors. He's going to drop a Ghost in the Machine line on you very subtly without you even realizing that he's referring to the Ghost in the Machine.
Private sector.
When it goes online, it'll be like what? Like a ghost? Like a Ghost in the Machine?
When it goes online, this building will be the most sophisticated data gathering system in history.
You don't say. Seriously? I'm breaking this up so you don't get a copyright strike. I don't.
The world's digital ghost available 24/7. Ghost available. World's digital ghost available 24/7. The world's digital ghost available 24/7. The world's digital ghost available 24/7.
What's tracking you, right? Are people tracking you? No. People are told what to do once the Ghost in the Machine hears and sees something. But see, they can't do anything to us right now, but humans can. They get to do stuff to us by inhabiting the human body at Mark of the Beast time. or also known as the end of the Great Tribulation. Might be 3.5 days. Might be 3.5 days until Jesus comes. I'm sorry. Shouldn't say it like that. Might be 3.5 days because we don't know when Jesus is coming. Might be 3.5 days when the Lord puts a stop to the Great Trib, which could make it April 23rd, April 24th, potentially the end of April 22nd. Not sure about that, but that could be when the Lord puts a stop to the Great Trib. When he returns, nobody knows when he returns, but God's wrath is already taking place when he returns, so it hardly matters when. We do know, look up, for your redemption draweth nigh. But when you read it in Revelation 6, you read how he puts a stop to everything first. So, yeah, there's a lot of overlapping that's taking place at that time. That's why I continuously go over the book of Revelation, just to see if y'all see anything different. I never hear from anybody, but that's okay. You're called to do what you're called to do when you're called to do it, and that's okay. I'm just glad y'all are here on this channel. And for any of y'all that are here and also going through the daily Bible studies, I'm very thankful that y'all are there. Very thankful. All right, next up. I'm going to move these down here. Artificial intelligence. The title of this is Artificial Intelligence Tracks Every Human on Earth. We just had that conversation, right? Let's see them give you a deeper tell. They were just giving you somebody's voice over a telephone, correct? Talking to someone else. It's actually Moneypenny and Bond.
So maybe there's something to be said for total surveillance after all.
Total surveillance, the ghost in the machine. He had already told you that too. You're watching MI6 agents. He subtly just says, we watch everybody. Now, do they have the manpower to watch everybody? No. You were like, well, the algorithms pick up things people would say. No, it's not even that, folks. It's not even that. And that's the insurance people. I went to go get health care. I found out what Obamacare is because I'm not full-time right now. I'm supposed to be picking back up, I think, hopefully, maybe a full-time teaching job. That will be an excellent job for me if we all last that long. Hopefully I get hired to do that job in May. Then I have it for me all summer. If not, I have a 30-hour job. If you have the 30-hour job, because right now I've only got like, I'm only getting 3.5 hours, 3 days a week. They have, people call it Obamacare, but what it really is, it's called, what is it called? Affordable Healthcare Act. The Affordable Health Care Act or something like that. Yeah, that's what it's called. And so I got it reduced. I mean, like it's pretty good insurance. You cannot choose your own doctor is the problem, but I use a doctor outside of insurance pay anyway. He is a medical doctor. He is an MD, graduated Florida State, but he's got a private practice that doesn't even take insurance because he goes outside of their world. Their world has certain demands, and he's more of a natural type doctor. He will even put oxygen into your blood, which is an amazing therapy. But yeah, ozone into your blood. Good stuff. And of course, through Michael, I ended up getting a gadget where you can put ozone into your body also. That's a pretty long story. But it at least covers you, like if you get into a major car accident or something, you know, it's a major medical plan, you know, where you can never be dropped. And I got it at a pretty reduced price since I'm not working full time, which was nice. All right. He goes, you watch MI6 Agents?
MI6 Agents. We watch everyone. We watch everyone. We watch everyone. We watch everyone.
Yes, they do. Humans do? No. No, he just showed you a building, right? You think there's going to be like people in a building that watch every human? No, the AI does. Or what they would say, the algorithms pick stuff up and then point it to a human. Now, the ghost in the machine picks it up. And the ghost in the machine, they have a chain of command where the ghost in the machine hands down orders to various,
You'll see.
to what you would call a various web of the whole Spectre organization. The elites at the top, the bloodline families, they get their messages. I guarantee you they've got their own AI machines right there in their castles and their mansions, wherever, all across the world. Then you've got the ghost in the machine speaking to, telling the world leaders or each country what to do. Is this the 10 kings? I don't think yet. I think that comes afterwards. But I think the 10 kingdoms are already set up and established. Receiving, let's just say there's 10 AIs running 10 kingdoms across the country. That's not necessarily the 10 kings yet. That is spoken of in Daniel and or Revelation. I believe it's Revelation that speaks to that. Yeah. And but I wanted Michael to see the 19, and Michael asked me about this, the 19, and he circles the 6 and the 7 for 67. 67 at the 19. And he's got the big JB down there, of course, for Jachin and Boaz, or Jachin and Boaz, however you want to call it, the two pillars, Jachin and Boaz. All right, went ahead and sent Michael an email on that one. Israel Anniversary is the title of this one. Israel Anniversary is 1948, and Michael might want to check this out. It is called, he's giving the car, it's a 1948 car. The Israel Anniversary is this coming 14th.
What's that?
May 14th is Israel's anniversary, dating back to 1948, and this is a 1948. I believe it's a Packard. Sorry, it's a Rolls Royce. 1948 Rolls Royce Silver Wreath.
1948 Rolls Royce Silver Wreath. That is a 1948 Rolls Royce Silver Wreath.
Silver Wreath. Interesting, huh? A 1948 Rolls Royce Silver Wreath. You pronounce it wreath, it does pop up spelled like that. And look at the price, Michael, $67,000 based off what I just sent him. Yeah. So if we were to gematria that just real fast, just to see if anything, did I copy that? It did copy. 2800. There's your 836, which we speak to a lot. And 306 is probably a number I would have to discuss with Michael. And again, it's that stuff he and I talk about. You know, nothing really popped up, but you know, 8 is a triangular number of 36. 36 is a triangular number of 666, and the number is 1, WON, 836. And if we were to take that and hit the other gematria, as Michael uses many different ciphers, you do get the 288, the 135, the 117, and the 306. Those are all super big numbers. Stuff I can only really... More stuff for you, Michael. All right, so that's the end of that movie with the movie preps for Spectre. But let's move on to a movie
Now the
called...
body. Now
You're not going to believe at the end of this movie, they say, put in the body double. Let's get rid of the bats. Seriously. And they have a bat flapping its wings. Batman, Trump's got a body, the twin Trumps. Come on. It was an old cult classic. I wanted to watch it again because of its name and the fact that it was an old cult classic that I remember from, well, early grown-up time, like in my 20s. The 80s were crazy, and we all loved this movie. We all thought it was a crazy movie. And but me watching it again, oof, really outdated and really cheesy and really weird. Little disturbing, but had old Melanie Griffith in it.
the body double movie, the tag does have the 7
There's the 7-9, which if we make it that far, I will be real big on that day, because on the third day is literally 7-11, which transfers over to 11-7, the Bible verse where he ascends. And the Dark Knight Rises did take place in July, and you would be back in July, just instead of 7-18 to 7-20, Dark Knight Rises, it would be 7-9 to 7-11. And we showed you the movie poster for 61, as I would just turn 61 years old, because I was born in 61. And Roger Maris hit 61 home runs in 1961, and the movie called 61 literally had 2 players on the movie poster, 7 and 9, standing next to each other. I showed you that about 2 or 3 videos ago, so I won't bother again, but it's just that date there will be very big if he's still alive come that time.
9, which of course when we had been going over that from the movie 61, the movie poster, and the fact that it's on the third day, that would be...
Sorry, I went ahead and let it play just because I drank some water. But yeah, so that tag was in this movie, Body Double, as was October 2nd, 10-2.
So I'm watching this movie Body Double, right? You know, like the 2 Trumps, Body Double. It's an old cult classic from the 80s. A little on a low budget side, but you know.
Got worse as it went.
If you were my age from the 80s, this is a must have. So ordered a Blu-ray.
It wasn't expensive.
I like the name Body Double. And it's got the 1002 up at the top.
October 2nd. October 2nd. What's
Watch
up?
how long they
On a tower.
they leave this in the screen.
Car drives away, they still leave the clock.
So you can see the whole I want you to be able to see the whole shot. There you go.
Car drives away.
Now watch how long they leave the clock in the shot.
Why would they do that?
Even like after the car pulls off.
See? Did you notice that? It was
It's
pretty,
like,
it's kind of
even
awkward.
like after the car pulls off. Even like after the car pulls off.
You know, they can cut that when and how, whatever they want to. They didn't leave that on the cutting room floor, did they? Body double 86 the bat. Insane in the membrane, right? He's an actor of cheesy movies. This movie was not quite as bad as the cheesy movies the actor was portrayed to be in.
Of course, at the end of Body Double, get it, twin trumps.
We get it.
It won't really be him that gets popped.
Is this like twin trays here? You got me talking there and I'm talking. Yeah. You know, me and Trump, the upside down version of each other. You gotta love it.
It's a bat at the end for Batman.
Very into the movie.
At the end of Body Double, it's Batman. You really can't make this stuff
Can't make it up. All right, so let's go ahead and do a pause, get a little commentary in. We don't want to get a copyright strike. But I mean, what's up with that? What's up? Commentary. Fair use for educational purposes. The movie Body Double.
So with
Yada yada yada. It's a little long-winded.
Trump a Dracul, being that he has that German bloodline.
And I'm playing it because I want you to hear the director say, okay, 86 to bat, or get rid of the bat or something like that. They put in a body double for the breast shot. Because then, you know, of course, it's cheesy. They're going to show her breast, but it's not going to be her breast. It'll be the body double girl comes in. Now, the movie was also about a body double reversal situation while the murder was committed.
Don't move your head, Jake.
Don't move your hand, Jake. Put in the body double. 86 to bat, or get rid of the bat. Here it goes.
How's it look, Doug? Good. Terrific. Hold that move. All right, that's 86 to bat here.
80, literally.
All right, that's 86 to bat here. All right.
86 to bat.
That's 86 to bat here. All right. Hold that move. All right, that's 86 to bat here. All right. 86 to bat here. 86 to bat here. All right. 86 to bat here. 86 to bat here. All right.
86 the bat. Body double. 86 the bat. I mean, yeah. All right, now let's move to Honor Majesty Secret Service 5 videos. Let's try not to get a copyright strike, Trey, or have your video shut down.
I forget which Bond movie, but when they were
I
trying,
don't worry about copyright strikes. When was I 22153 days old? On March 1st, I was 22153 days old. That's the beginning of the Gateway Arch this time, this way through the portal. The other one, second wife's birthday, October 28th. That's pretty fascinating because we divorced on 2/2 and 53 is my next marriage progression. But yeah, 22153 days old. I just thought to look at that. And that's the Motion Picture Association number. It's called MPAA, Motion Picture Associate something. I can't think of what it is. Should I find out? Hang on. All right, they call it Motion Picture Association. That's all that it would Google search. Like, it wouldn't bring up anything else, but it's actually of America. And of course, it does James Bond movies too. But the MPAA, they give you a number at the end of the movie if you ever watch it. And on Her Majesty's Secret Service is going to pop up and it'll give you the number, and the number is 22153, which is, you know, Groundhog Day, 153 fish. But my dad, oh, that's what it was. My dad was found at the address of 2215. That's where he committed suicide. And I wonder if like if Google Maps will actually like even give that to you. So 2215 Ariana Boulevard is actually the city boat ramp. Lake Ariana Boulevard. It's on my dad's death certificate. Yeah, he did it at the park on Lake Ariana at the picnic tables. Lake Ariana Beach Park, Florida, 2215 Lake Ariana Boulevard. So anyway, that's what was on the death certificate. And it was weird to see it. It's always been a very big number, and it's fused with the 153 for the fish.
Tracking him, they go, he's the trident on their little.
So anyway, this is the whole beginning of the theme song. And when Bond is being tracked, Daniel Craig's, I think, is Casino Royale. They go, where's Bond? They were showing him like on a computer screen. They go, he's the trident, which is the three-pronged pitchfork. And that pops up here on Her Majesty's Secret Service, the trident, because it's all about Poseidon, the beast out of the sea and so forth. And
Tracker. And of course, you're going to see the trident again. It's all about Poseidon. You're going to see the upside down pyramid fused with the right side up pyramid, which is sun and moon combo, which is what an eclipse is, or man-woman combo, or god-goddess combo, which is what the Baphomet basically is.
True Dad.
There it is. Trident, upside down. Oh, and you got the crown at the top too.
Crown.
For that crowning moment.
Divine
It
Feminine.
will merge with Lucifer.
It will merge with the right side up pyramid.
Upside down, fusing with the right side up. Of course, the red
With
and the
the
blue
trident.
fused together. Just consider that a purple happening right there.
Now you hear that. That is all throughout No Time to Die. This on Her Majesty's Secret Service. And that is, of course, a trump or horn blowing, is it not?
And of course, that music right there
Oh, I didn't realize that I said that here.
is what was played in No Time to Die also.
I should just let it play through, huh?
No Time to Die. And of course, there's a clock right on cue. No.
And man, I tell you what, when I hear that music playing in No Time to Die, it gives me goosebumps because I know what they're doing. And it's just, I don't know, it's just freaky.
I showed y'all before that my dad committed suicide at
There
the
it
boat
goes.
ramp.
That's
Yeah.
at the end there, yeah. And so the MPAA number, there it is, 22153. Crazy. Crazy bugger. He is crazy. Next, James Bond, Christmas trees, of course. It's all about the goddess.
Of course, London has the name Dawn on it. That'll be in my prep. But,
London.
So
Dawn.
the song we have all the time in the world was
Satchmo.
also the theme of or inserted
Horn player, Satchmo,
taking
Louis
place out of
Armstrong.
the movie No Time to Die. Louis Armstrong. But notice the other song they feature here. Do you know how Christmas trees are grown?
What do you know? Now, What is opposite Christmas? June 25th. I don't know. That's when Michael Jackson went down along with Farrah Fawcett, whose birthday was Groundhog Day, Divorce Day. And I was with Candy that day. We were been divorced about 5 months. We went to the beach. Again, we dated for off and on. I want to say dated. Wasn't very much out in public. But for a good year plus, on and off and on, while she was seeing the guy she's living with today, engaged to today. I say that because, you know, this stuff doesn't go to my Facebook, and nobody in my local sector watches this channel, with the exception of maybe one who doesn't even know who my second wife is, maybe 2 or 3, but they just don't know. So but Christmas trees, the pagan tree, straight out of Jeremiah 10 verses 2 through 4. Do not learn the way of the heathen, for they are dismayed at the signs of heaven. They cut, and look at what they colored a blue dot above the eye for Christmas. They cut the tree from the forest with the axe, fasten it with hammers and nails that it move not, and deck it with silver and gold. Well, what is that? That's a Christmas tree. And the Lord said, do not even learn the way of the heathen, let alone do it. What he meant by learn is don't learn their practices and perform them. But it's just interesting that it's, I mean, how funny would it be if Trump like goes down at Christmas time and it was there all along, right? But I just throw all this out hoping y'all remember all this stuff, because I can't remember all this stuff. Paid in full is related, of course, to Jesus, but the anti-Jesus, of course, would want to drop a paid in full
For the
line.
last video, you do get the old paid in full also.
Paid in full as well.
Because she paid the debt that showed him.
Per the last video. Did one not load, or did this one they might have loaded in opposite times? Maybe this one loaded first. Or I was talking about this
So
video.
Bond hits the September 14th with the knife.
We got to keep an eye on that. Is that any type of progression? Forgot all about that when we're doing our progressions. September 14. Now, do any of our progressions hit September 14th? And in the movie, just the 14th and the 21st were in red. Can't really see it here, but on my TV you could. The numbers were red where the rest were black. You can barely see that they're lighter. You know, like that 20, that 0 is very black. The 2-2 is very black. Well, that 2-1 is not. It's actually in red. The 14 and 21st are in red. You remember the 21st night of September. Anyway.
It's the September 14th with the knife.
It's Bond's future father-in-law, who of course is basically a mafioso. But you know how the enemy of my enemy is my friend? Well, this crime boss who's up to no good is actually a good guy in the movie, because the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Guess who his biggest arch rival is? Just like mafia heads are supposedly rivals with each other. Blofeld. So he helps Bond with Blofeld, you know, saves the day and all that kind of stuff. And Bond ends up marrying his daughter. What do you know? But today is the 13th, Mr. Bond. And I think he said he's just planning ahead or something.
But today is the 13th, Commander. I'm superstitious.
So
Superstitious. Okay. So September 13th, September 14th. Keep your eyes peeled, right?
yeah. So he was with her on September 12th.
When he made love to his daughter.
For the first time.
Yeah.
Which is day after September 11th. Anyway, interesting.
maybe, or maybe not.
So Diana Rigg is who he marries.
I borrowed that line. I would say May 16th is pretty much in our face. That's actually kind of an old tagline from the original A Few Good Men. And it's actually said by Demi Moore, where she said, I think my jurisdiction is pretty much in your face. Let me see here. My job is to make sure you do your job. I'm special counsel for internal affairs. So my jurisdiction's pretty much in your face. So I try to get her to read it again. You know, the bot that goes to the machine didn't read it for me when I had y'all on here. So I said, I would say May 16th is pretty much in our face. And here is May 16th right here, which is when we think Bond goes down, which is where he makes love to her. That's the one where paid in full comes. She left the money in the drawer and paid his debt. So you get the paid in full and you get the 516 when he has sex with her. And you have to remember that Daniel Craig, who is still repping Trump, has sex with the girl with the dragon tattoo. And we believe that that is part of the sex act. The obelisk facing the dome is really a ritualistic sex act where Trump melds. Does he actually have some sort of sexual union with Lucifer before Lucifer enters into him? I mean, there is no telling, but that is the total lunar eclipse date coming up. I don't even think I need to play this.
In the end of Her Majesty's Secret Service, which was really,
because I think I gave you everything, but I would hate to have left something out.
as very famous YouTuber who worked for the movie industry.
Oh, I already told you about that, how this movie is the end of James
But he
Bond.
said the end is where he first was with, which is what We Have All the Time in the World, which is what the movie closed.
It's so after he, you know, through that door
Future wife.
is where he's with her out there.
And they're playing in the background.
Would you like to talk about?
They play it. We Have All the Time in the World throughout the whole movie. I mean, what if that gematria, We Have All the Time in the World, what if that gives you the date of when he goes down? I wonder if Michael wants to look at that. We have all the time in the world.
We Have All the Time in the World, which is what the movie.
It's just so prevalent in this movie, which was the end of James Bond, and In No Time to Die. It's the closing song.
He closes with, which is what there's two songs relating to this movie.
And I explained that to you at the very beginning. So
No
I'm
Time
not
to
going to
Die
do that to
from
you.
Her Majesty's Secret. This was purely and just about this movie, and of course, then they do it.
And then he goes into the room, she's gone, and that's where she pays off the debt that he paid for her, the paid in full. He says paid in full, literally said paid in full.
So they do it, and
Notice the shrubbery or the greenery or, you know, the Garden of Eden. I mean, good grief. What was that? Why did you pay into the fake bushes back there?
it says it's 516 on the door. And he wakes up the next day. So first time he makes love to her.
It's in 516.
I don't know if all that cushioning has to do with the sun because it's all yellow.
Yeah. And then it's from that video. Oh, I've still got 5 more to go. I'm so stupid. Yeah, we got 5 more videos to go. Here's the paid in full.
For the last video, you do get the old paid in full also.
Right after she left, he's in room 516.
Paid in full as well.
So paid in full was said while in room 516. Jesus Christ paid in full. By the way,
According to thespectrum.com, this word signifies that payment has been received. In other words, it means paid in full. This is the same Greek word in John chapter 19 verse 30 translated, "It is finished." Jesus was declaring that the penalty for sin had been paid in full.
y'all, that's in room 516. Why does it say Google 66 or Route 66? Because the 66th book of the Bible is about to be opened. That's why. Either on May 1st. Well, it's only noon 03, so it could be today. When is that new moon? That new moon, I believe, isn't it? Well, it's 8 degrees Taurus. When it hits 10 degrees Taurus, we will have our new moon. They will be lined up. And you also have 27 Pisces and 27 Pisces with Venus and Jupiter. They are lined up. So you're about to get both a Venus-Jupiter conjunction, or you just had it. No, Venus travels faster, and that's at 43. You're about to get both. You are about to get both at the same time. Yeah. How crazy is that? $427 today. And that's why it looks like 2 more to go, 2 more degrees. But remember, it's about every 2 something hours. So yeah, that works out perfect. 427 today. And how much longer will it take for that? They're already both at 27 degrees, but then over here, it's even more finite. And you're going from 43 up to 55. I'm not sure the exact time when that would hit, but it's just fascinating, isn't it, that all this is taking place right now? We know we are in a very vulnerable time right now, that anything could happen. There's enough there from our tells that Michael and I have shown y'all that we are looking for it to go down right now. Right here on the 30th. You can back all of these up a day, by the way, if you include, which means you would have all of these for today. April 30th, partial solar eclipse. Yes, check. Octopussy, release date. Candy's marriage number is 8. Octopussy. Ha 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 ha. We get it. Trust me, there's more with that coming. December 4th, 2021, total solar eclipse, which is the last total solar eclipse, bounces off today, which is really tomorrow, but we can back it up a day if you include both dates. In other words, don't start counting after the 4th. If you include the 4th, then it hits on April 30th. They do both with their events, so we have to look at both. IPEC Goat 2 YouTube date, not the official release date, but the date from their YouTube site. Heliofont has their own YouTube site, and it was placed there on July 3rd. So they basically have 2 dates. They have an official release date, And where we can officially see it was uploaded was July 3rd. And Spectre. All are hitting on today. Does something happen to him today while he's waiting for tomorrow's speech that was delayed a day? Or delayed 2 days? I don't know. Why did they delay it 2 days? Why not just 1 day? Is it bad weather for 2 days? So we don't know. We don't know. We like that 516 though, don't we? Based off what we just saw. Oof, crazy. Crazy. He is crazy. I say it like that because my friend Eddie, who was born in Cuba, and of course his parents were Cuban, he used to call himself Crazy Eddie. So we all called him Crazy Eddie, and his mom even said, he is crazy. I still mimic that. I still say that with total love and affection for my old best friend. I began back in the 80s.
All right, so at the 35-minute mark, we get the song. It does not close out. It might still also close out.
It does not close out the movie. It closes out with James Bond theme song. It does close out, if I'm not mistaken, No Time to Die, which, by the way, is 2 hours, 43 minutes, 24 seconds, or 24324.
About the movie, I just can't remember, but it talked about there's like a 2-minute playing of the song in the movie.
I was always taught that mistakes should be remedied.
Now, again, this is very early
Especially
in the
between
movie.
friends.
About 30 minutes into the movie, they go through about 2 minutes, because I had read it when I read up on the song. We Have All the Time in the World. I was trying to get the release date for it, and there really is none. Hey, look, y'all, it's 2215 again. I stopped it at 22, and it's 150 in length. There's 2215 coding again. How crazy is that? So you're going to hear We Have All the Time in the World all throughout. And he says it to her while they're driving in a car, We Have All the Time in the World. Then she gets shot, and he tells the officer, We have all the time in the world, as she's dead. So We Have All the Time in the World is super big, y'all. Michael, you want a gematria of that? Can I beg you to really lay down the gematria of We Have All the Time in the World? Just see if anything pops up. So the song is playing.
So the movie's cranking. I mean, the song's cranking up.
At No Time to Die, that song begins with him singing that as the credits are rolling. That's how big this song is. It is in both movies, along with I just got goosebumps, along with the James Bond themes, along with the On Her Majesty's Secret Service theme song being played in the background, humming in the background all throughout No Time to Die. They are absolutely linked. That's why I wanted to watch Spectre when he met Madeline. And then I wanted to watch On Her Majesty's Secret Service. And then I'm going to watch tomorrow No Time to Die. Just to get it all in my head. See what all pops up. And that way everything's fresh in my head, if you know what I'm saying. And yeah, it seemed like there was something else I wanted to tell you, and I can't remember what it was. Anyway.
So I got to pause. Probably need to pause song, play a little bit. I'll bounce around. And
now, if I bounce around, my bouncing around, because I was pausing my camera or my phone button, camera button, so I can do it here too.
Pause. That way I won't get a copyright strike.
So it's kind of like a music video.
There.
So you know how MTV has music videos for songs? This is kind of like a music video for We Have All the Time in the World with James Bond.
Back and forth.
So they're at a beach.
Here, a little bit there.
They're at
A little bit here, a
on the
little bit there.
street. They're in a
A
garden.
little bit here.
They're at the beach. They're on the streets. They're in a garden. They're at the beach. So it's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth while that song plays for about a good whole minute and a half. You know, that song plays maybe 2 minutes.
Got a horn or
Well, there's the horn, the trump, the horn.
a trump blowing. Satchmo is known as the horn of the trumpeter. A trump blowing. Satchmo is known as the horn of the trumpeter.
He's riding with her dad, the gangster, who him and Bond hit it off immediately, of course. He was like, "You need to marry my daughter. My daughter needs a real man." Ends with "only love," I think is the end of the lyrics.
So it ends with the words only love.
Yeah, you could barely hear me. Only love.
So it ends with the words only love. So, yeah.
So what? Now, let's see what numbers they flash at us. So you know I went frame by frame, right? On Blu-ray.
So we start going through a series of
What's
numbers.
weird, on 4K, you can't do it. But on Blu-ray, you can frame by frame.
Now, in the movie, it happens real fast, but I'm doing frame by frame.
Super fast.
About the third or fourth frame in, you do get a 911.
With the number 6.
6 off to the side.
And Michael, you know who that 6 stands for.
By the way, the time was at 007 down to the bottom. You can see that 4007 is the time of the movie.
By the way, look at the length
So
of the
there was
movie.
a lot of pretty amazing.
Link of the movie, 222 code. 22218. Now, just for curiosity's sake, when am I going to be 2218 years old? On Cinco de Mayo? I'm going to be 22218 days old on Cinco de Mayo. Fascinating. And that's the length of Honor Majesty Secret Service. That's just trivia. I was just curious. So there's September 14th popping up again. Interestingly enough. So does that progression does not hit on September 14th, does it? Because if it does, wow. So we're adding days. So if we go to 5/16, which does progress to, no, it's September 4th. So the 14th would be 10 more days. Is it the 26th then? Yeah. So May 26th would land on it. July 2nd is a progression of it. Ooh, 88, August 8th is a progression of it. It's interesting. Again, you're going to run into all kind of coincidences and stuff. I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, I know it's August 8th now because blah, blah, blah. We've been down that road before, haven't we? So, yeah, I got rid of the video I wanted to show us.
So we start going through a series of numbers. Now, In the movie, it happens real fast, but I'm doing and then a 6 off to the side is the time of the movie. So there was a lot of pretty amazing numbers on the way to this, but the fact that you've got September 14th again, that 914, it's pretty interesting. There's a 201 for event 201.
Got the 201 there.
The 650.
The 6th and the 53. Let me email Michael real quick about that. We have all the time in the world, don't we, folks? I know what it was I wanted to tell you a while ago. On Her Majesty's Secret Service. That song, I mean, that theme song has stuck with me since childhood. I watched this movie at the old Dale Drive-In in Auburndale, Florida. I think when my Uncle Shelby was just really affected by the movie, just like I was like, that is just so good. Like that was such an amazing movie. And it wasn't even Sean Connery. You know, this was this one cat, Lansby, I think is his name. And we can take a look. On Her Majesty's Secret Service, IMDb. Interestingly, only a 6.8 rating, not the highest in the world, but it was his only George Lazenby or Lazenby, Diana Rigg, who was extremely popular, and born September 5th, and he's an Australian. So anyway, believe it or not, he did a movie in 2021 in the blink of an eye. Z Dead End, The Order, Death Game, Dance Angels, Batman Beyond TV series. Linked right there on purpose, folks. Team Knight Rider, Fox Hunt, Fox the 666. So yeah, just pretty fascinating stuff. Dude's been around forever, done all kind of stuff, but we don't know him in anything, right? His first credit for doing any type of acting movie was on Her Majesty's Secret Service in 1969. So but I loved that movie. And so that theme song had no vocals. On Her Majesty's Secret Service, I think, is the only theme song that is purely instrumental. And so, and of course, the horn, the trumpet is paramount in the song, as is We Have All the Time in the World. And so I'm just fascinated, you know, that song, that theme song, all my life, if I ever heard it, it always was in my head, even though you never heard it. It was not when you heard it on the radio, like Goldfinger or Goldfinger's, you know, theme songs and all other Batman theme songs. Live and Let Die was very famous by Paul McCartney, and you've heard it your whole life. But On Her Majesty's Secret Service got no play on the radio. You knew it from the movie, and that's it. And it hovers and it hums subtly all throughout No Time to Die. Why?
53, and that, and now that, and that.
Hey, it's my birthday.
Anyway, that was pretty
76.
much it for that. It started repeating the same numbers over
Or Adam in
and over.
Strong's Concordance.
Anyway. It unlocks it at the 8-9.
Now, what unlocks it? 896328. Now, I'm gonna blow your mind with this. Just gonna love this. So Candy and I combined are, she's born October 28th, 1973. So 10 times 28 times 1973. And then I'm 7 times 6 times 1961. Our combined number, it's got 3 zeros in the middle and ends with 6328. 6328. 6328. Well, what's here but 6328? And her next marriage progression, because I was her 88, because her and her first husband establishes her marriage number. That's this little formula that the Lord had showed me. You don't get this out of any pagan numerology, nothing. This is my own way to communicate with the Lord through a numbering system that's very unique between me and the Lord. So, because her husband was 8 times 10 times 1971, you get that number. So that's her marriage number. Her marriage number is 8, but the entire number is that. And then you start progressing the 87 or the 871 to 872 or the 87 to 88 and so forth. So I was her 88. Well, her third, which she's engaged to him, would be, of course, 89. And it's so weird that it's mine and hers combined number with the 89. I mean, am I going to marry her again? When the world starts to unravel, people start dying. I mean, I don't know. Something's unlocked at that point, right? Let's keep going. You'll love that. I think I can let this one play itself. I think it's pretty much self-explanatory.
We know the chevron is for the male, and you're going to get.
Have a look at this. Let me take a look at it.
You're going to get the world is not enough for Bond's coat of arms, which we already know the world is not enough for the Antichrist. He just has to have it all. Even the world is not enough. And then you're
That's actually the name of a James Bond movie. The world is not enough.
going to get 138 coding down here also
Sir Thomas.
for James Bond.
So Bond's getting his own coat of arms looked at because he's going to pretend to be a genealogist. So he's learning about it. That's his cover to meet Blofeld.
For Donald Trump in simple gematria.
Baronet of Peckham died 1734. Argent on a chevron sable. 3 besants. Good motto, eh? The world is not enough. It's doing a splendid job. Thank you, Mr.
The world is not enough is the family crest motto for Trump. Oops, I mean James Bond.
Here comes the 1387.
We've placed your line back to a slot over Bond. Help the manner of
And of course, 138 right there for 1387, going through the genealogy. And the 138, of course, is Donald Trump in simple gematria. This is our last video. Yay.
Of course, you got the 666 in the odometer.
No. In a James
Our
Bond
Majesty
movie?
Secret Service on with a 422 or 4221. But yeah, that's still our.
Oh,
same
148 is the third progression of 37. And 222 is the 6th progression of 37, which I call Eve coding because that's the rib taken again, Michael, 6th. That number 6 that I emailed you when the 6 was with that 53. The 6th progression of 37, I call it Eve coding because it's Genesis 2:22 is the rib taken out of Adam to create Eve. And 148 is the 4th progression. So you get the 4th 148 and the 6th progressions of 37 right there looking right at you when you have 666 up there. That's fascinating. And there's a 120, which is the number for Adam, Old Testament, Strong's Concordance. 110 for the Twin Towers. Those are all just coincidences. I mean, not everything here means anything. 42, number I wore in high school. 22, my divorce date. But it's just random stuff. I just see numbers, that's all. So we got that. I'm going to save that for y'all. We're going to upload there. We're going to get to your comments now. After we do my prep. I got rid of my prep, didn't I? Hang on. I love, of all my life, I always love making trumpet horns with the outside the right side of my mouth. All right. My right eye wound times 37 progressions. What is this about? I was pretty fascinated when I got that right eye wound. Whatnot. My date of April 26th is of when I got my right eye wound. Oh, that's right. Is when one moves backwards through the portal. So let's go to Janus Tennant. Okay. Let's go to Janus Tennant. Where is that's eclipses? Hang on. If you go, there's our Janus Tennant date. Remember when we found that? It was fascinating, wasn't it? So you go through it backwards and it landed on the total solar eclipse. You went through forward and it landed on the snow full moon. That's how we knew it was this year. We knew everything was about 2022 anyway. And that month of January did mirror this coming October, as they are both mirror images of the Donnie Darko month calendar. And then you go through the next progression of 37, 74 days, landed on second wife's birthday, and is a gateway arch date, as is when you go back forward through it. Now you go back 111 days, you land on September 21st. You remember the 21st night of September. If you portal forward, it lands on May Day, which is pretty big, right? Is it not? When you go through the next one, 148, that is June 7th. I was just curious. And Africa, what if he goes down on a transfer portal date? Because I got hit on a transfer portal date going backwards, which I'm about to show you. And what is it on 185? Ooh, my marriage date. That's my anniversary of 15. That would have been my 15-year anniversary to Candy on July 14th. And then let's go through 222, August 20th, 259, September 26th, my grandson's birth. My grandson turns 10. And there's 333. Ooh, did I leave one out? Oh, 296. Anyway, it lands on December 9th. And I left out November 2nd. Okay. Okay, but if you're going backwards through the portal, let's get it right around the 140. Well, let's go around the 185. If you go backwards through the portal, well, let's do the 148. Lands on August 15th. Lands on July 9th, which that's 7-9. That's a big day, y'all, because on the third day or 2 days later is 7/11 or July 11th. So it's part of the progression of when I got hit in my right eye. I'll show you. Let's keep going backwards. It's crazy. June 2nd, which is my grandson's mother's birthday. And so let's go back 259. April 26th, when I got hit in the right eye, it's actually in. So are Trump and I doing the movie Tenet, going backwards and forwards through time through the transfer portal? of getting hit by the right eye. It's crazy, isn't it? If you do adding 259 days, that would have Trump going down. If it's the same amount of days through the progression, that means Trump would go down on September 26th. What would be the chances? I don't know. 1 out of 365, which is about as good as anything else. So does anything else that we do progress to September 26th? Well, we'll just have to find out. But backwards and forwards through the transfer portal of me getting hit in the right eye and getting the wound over my right eye, the exact same looking scratch just moved. What did we figure when we looked at it the other day? About a 1/8 of an inch from where Bonds was in Skyfall. So if it's all about, and I dated a girl for years that was the beginning of her number. Her number was 259,644. 259,644. And she was born in December and born in 1967. Yeah, her birthday was December 11th. Man, if he goes down on September 26th and it's the same progressions of 37 through the portal that I got hit, that would, yeah, that would blow all of our minds. And does anything progress to that 26th date? Just to give you an idea, I'll find what does. Hang on. Oh, all the May Day progressions do. Duh. So everything that's associated with May Day, December 4th, total solar eclipse, IPEC goats, YouTube posting, and Spectre release date, all hit on the 26th, along with backing these up a day. July 5th, 2020 penumbral lunar eclipse, which I think is a big day for Michael. Skyfall release date, November 30th, penumbral lunar. So 2 of the 2020 that made a tetrad. 2 of the 4 all land on that date of September 26th. These directly on it, these if you include both dates. The May 2nds are if you include both dates, which are 4. Plus these 3, it's a total of 7. That means he would rise on the 28th. Or he would rise on these May 3rd dates. We don't have anything for May 4th. That January 12th anomaly that my stepdaughter and my May Day friend crisscrossed on, that I've told y'all about numerous times, and the death of Soleimani. Anyway, wow. Y'all. September 26th. That's my grandson's birthday. What if my grandson turns 10 years old and Donald Trump goes down? My grandson turns 10 and the whole book of Revelation's open. The book of Revelation is opened. I just be mind-boggling. But nothing surprises me of everything I've seen and the Lord's shown me all through this time. That's for sure. So anyway, those are the progressions. My progressions of the event moving forward. If you move forward, if you establish my day and move it forward, you do actually end up running into gateway arch. You end up running through transfer portal dates that go backwards through the portal as I go frontwards through it. Yeah, because they're all the same dates. Yeah, it says September 26th, but it's the 20. I'm confused. Hang on. Yeah, going from May Day. I here it is from 9/26/2022. If you subtract 148 days, right? 148 divided by 37. It's 4 perfect progressions. It lands on May 1st. But for some reason, when you are going backwards and forwards through the portal, they don't all land on the same days all the time, because backwards and forwards is different, because there's not a perfect 370 days in a year, which would be the perfect 37s in both directions. So again, this is very, as I go through it, June 7th, July, no, see, yeah, because I didn't get hit on May Day. I got hit on the, so you see, it's a backwards and forwards anomaly. Anyway, let's just move on. This is scrambling my brains. I can't imagine what it's doing to y'all. And what's so funny is some of y'all that are super smart are like Michael, you're like following it the whole time, and you can see where even I got confused. It's crazy. June 2nd is in the progression, and I said run the numbers. Was that because I saw something? Yeah, there were some interesting numbers, and I think it's, if I include Trump, it's even, but I'm not going to do that now. Okay, it's October 20, across the pond, April 26th when I got hit, is across the pond from October 26th, which was on that bond car tag. Do we remember the Bond car tag of just a few movies ago? It was Octopussy that had the 1026 all over that car tag, and they made sure we saw that car tag. I mean, like they left it. You can see it on the thumbnail there, the 1026. And this one's called A Better View. And you see the 1026 on the tag. Well, opposite that was when I got hit in the right eye. And that is when they went 88 miles per hour in Back to the Future. The movie began in their world on October 25th, 1985. And then they went 88 miles per hour after midnight, which would have been October 26th. And it's also the beginning of the Halloween festival that ended on the 30th, the Donnie Darko Halloween Festival. Donnie Darko Halloween Festival dates. So Halloween Festival. I don't know if we got a picture shot of that. I will. There it is. I figured they'd have it somewhere. So it's October 26th through the 30th. It's kind of dark for y'all to see, but that's opposite the calendar. If you look at it as a pie, 12 slices of a pie, April 26th is the opposite of October 26th. There's no 31st in April, but April is opposite October, I guess I should say. So, and it was on the Bond car tag, and it's, you know, written right there. And so it's a Jane, and it's Back to the Future. So it's all three of those movies. Back to the Future, a James Bond movie, and Donnie Darko all feature October 26th. per my text fusion, I was at the gym and I thought to throw this at Michael. I said, what if Trump goes down on the fusion, the exact middle date between Mother's Day and Father's Day, because Mother's Day is all about Mother Earth, the mother goddess, but the May Queen, Lucifer. And Father's Day is about Satan, the father of lies. So it's the melding of them both, which of course in reality it is the male fallen angel Satan, but has presented himself to the earth as the goddess. He has shapeshifted or crossed, D-R-E-S-S-E-D, didn't he? Yes, he dressed differently. And so that fusion date between that sits in between Mother's Day and Father's Day, I thought to look at. And it does bounce off of IPEC GOAT to official release date. It bounces off of my Mayday friend's birthday. And when, you know, the Batman Begins began on June 15th, 2005. A few months before I met Candy. I met her in October 22nd, when my son turned 22. Y'all know of all the 22s related to me and her, including Earl getting killed with a 22 caliber bullet. My son turned 22 on October 22nd. The divorce was on 2/2, and we had a 22 in both our cell numbers, both our home numbers, and both of our addresses when she moved out. It was her address. Had a 22 in it. And yeah, it's just mind-blowing. Groundhog Day. But so you know, if Batman Begins, well, what about when James Bond Begins? The Dr. No release date was when Earl died, anniversary of May 8th, 1963. So yeah, so to 1978, 15 years. Yeah. 15 years later, Earl passed. But Dr. No, so instead of Batman Begins, James Bond Begins, basically connects to May 29th. You know what we haven't done? I don't think we have Batman Begins progressed, or this new Batman movie. Should I look at Batman Begins real quick? 6179 divided by 37. 167. There's that 67, Michael. Batman Begins. Batman Begins release date June 15th, 2005. 6179 days. What does it land on? May 16th. I mean, seriously, people. How many minutes? Begins with 88 97 760. Hours. It's got the 296 there, the 8th progression of 37. It's got the 148 there, which is the 4th progression of 37. If you double 148, that's the amount of hours. And remember that movie, The Hours, that I told you is a clue to tell us to look at the hours? Nicole Kidman, The Hours. She won an Academy Award for that movie. It was just called The Hours. Released on Christmas Day. Batman Begins? Are you kidding me? My mind's blowing right now. Did we already have that in there and I just didn't recall? I Am the Chosen One, Total Solar, Obama, Godfather, Omen release date. That's it. We never had it in there. How do you not have Batman Begins in there? Shame on us, Batman. Okay. That didn't work too well, did it? Let's just rewind that. Dadgummit. There. That was just pure stubbornness. Hang on, let me make sure it's on the other one. All right, it's loaded. My goodness gracious. I just can't believe that. Batman, what were the chances? Oh, 1 out of 37 to be exact, which those aren't long odds. But my goodness. How can you watch this entire video, which unfortunately is probably lasting as long as the other one. I hate doing long videos on y'all. What are the chances? I mean, excuse me, after watching this entire video, how can you not sit there and think that he's going down on the 16th? A total lunar eclipse. How could you not? So let's ignore that email and keep moving on. A 1948 Rolls Royce. Oh, the tag number on that Rolls Royce, by the way, that silver Wraith was tagged 988. What did I tell y'all about 988? It is the 98th verse in the book of Revelation is when they open that seal and he gets his crown given to him for his death and his fake rising. That is not the abomination of desolation. That's just, that's a whole, that comes after red horse, black horse, and pale horse. Now, so Blofeld has the right eye wound, but they're mirror images of each other. That's one thing they show you, is that like the Batman and the Joker are sharing characteristics of each other. Blofeld and Bond are actually one and the same. And yeah. If I were to marry a certain person, I would be that person's 666 husband number, believe it or not. Yeah, because their first husband, 665 952. So it progressed to 666. Fascinating. So he's got that right eye wound as Bond's looking at him. Yeah, Batman and Robin, huh? So Tom Brady drafted the 199th pick overall, and the 199th day of the year is July 18th, or 7/18 for Porsche 911 and Porsche 718. And the Dark Knight was released on 7/18 or July 18th. And July 18th, of course, is a day we will look at when it comes. But we are big on May 16th. That's what I say right there. And I think that's the way we feel right now. Yeah, seems it was released on October 26th, LOL. Watching Body Double. The movie Body Double with 86 the Bat, release date, October 26th. If he's still alive after October 2nd, I think the 14th was something big I was looking at. I can't remember why. but I sure was. But October 26th, y'all, is just like screaming at us, right? Just screaming at us directly across the pond of when I got my right eye wound. The King's Man, need to progress that. If it lands on May 16th, I think it's good night, everybody. Well, it's got 3 release dates. London premiere, United States, December 22nd, United Kingdom, December 26th. Oh boy, hang on a second. All right, well, when would he be the King's Man? That would be when he would rise from the dead, but this includes both dates in order to do this, which again, they do that. The Los Estados Unidos release date of December 22nd, 2021, if you include both dates, it lands on 5/18, y'all, which is on the 3rd day or the day he would rise, which is why he's the King's Man. He came back from the dead. Oh boy. Wow. May 16th is doing absolute positive backflips at us right now. Honor Majesty Secret Service, of course, the 22218. London has the name Dawn in it, as your Honor Majesty Secret Service began with that shot, and I saw the word Dawn. Don King, the boxing promoter. Like Michael says, sports has been fake since day one. Or a lot of it, you know. Okay. Let's go to your comments. Hey, we get to hear from Christian. God, it's been way too long since we've heard from Christian. Glad he's back. All right, so let's go. Read the oldest first. Migger says, or Miger, many thanks. Going to watch the videos you've mentioned. I think this is more of the Bible study type. By the way, John the Baptist said, I will baptize you with the water unto repentance, but one will come after me that will baptize you with the Holy Spirit and fire. But Jesus said in 3:5, Jesus answered, truly, I tell you, no one can enter the kingdom unless one is born of the water and the Spirit. That's not talking about dunked in water. That has to do, oh, how did that guy explain that? He did a great job with it, and I don't trust him on other stuff. But, oh, I can't remember exactly. But it doesn't mean being dunked in water. It has to do, I can't remember. I don't think it was the water of life. It was, when he said that, it was symbolic. Well, I mean, the guy on the cross, he didn't go and get dunked in water to get saved. Jesus called all these different people. They heard his voice and they followed him, and he cured them. There was no water involved at all. The Holy Spirit, I mean, your baptism is by the Holy Spirit. That particular verse, I'll tell you where to go. It'll be in one of these two, and I need to go back and listen to these. But some of them I have hidden. But see where it says baptism playlist, 7 videos, baptism 1580. That's by Jim Brown at Grace and Truth Ministries. This one here, baptism 1571. That's by Jim Brown at Grace and Truth Ministries. They're both 7 10-minute vignettes of the entire 1580 or the entire teaching that he did in one day on it. 2 separate days. Somewhere in there that's covered what you said, what you asked, I mean. And it's fascinating to listen to that. He still believes in tithing, which of course is old covenant. Are y'all giving me 10% of your pay? Well, if I could just get about 10 or 15 of y'all to do that, I wouldn't have to work a bit. If you made on average what I made, if I could just get 10 of y'all to do that, I wouldn't have to work. That's old covenant, folks. Now it's just sheep helping sheep. It's just the Holy Spirit does it. There's no more tithing. He also doesn't believe that demonic entities are real. And he confuses that. He gets all that mixed up. And he believes in the eternality of the soul, like an eternal torment, hell, or an eternal, as he words it, an eternal separation from God, but you're still have life eternal. That's completely bogus. It's just completely bogus. The human goat is dead, hence the second death, which is no different than the first death when they are unaware of anything that's going on. So, anywho, good question though. Great question, as usual. And in Mark 10:39, and they said unto him, we can. And Jesus said unto him, you shall drink of the cup. That was going to be their death. And they did die. Can you be that? The cup was the death, and the baptism is the death that Jesus said, you know, your baptism by Holy Spirit and fire. And that's the end of the fiery trials that Jesus had to go through, of course, was his death on the cross. But to sit at my right hand and my left hand, but given them, and we prepare by saying, you shall drink from the cup. The cup was a death. To drink of the cup meant a death. To drink of the cup mean a death. To drink of the cup. And we looked at this the other day. Of course, the cup symbolizes the suffering he would be required to go through. That's all giving you biblical references. But when we went it the other day, it actually just showed old English, old ways of the world, nothing even related to the Bible. To drink of a cup was the meaning of death. I don't know how to search that. It just came up for me the other day. I'm sure I had it worded a little different. And it came up very easily for us. Let's get rid of all this stuff here. I want to load that for y'all in the comments. And get rid of that. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, I mean, they all died the martyr's death. That's what the Lord meant. You're going, and you shall be baptized with the baptism about it. And they were both martyred. They were both killed. And what does this mean to you? And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. The truth that everything was ordained at the beginning, or that Jesus, hang on. It's probably more insurance from what I said at the beginning. Like crazy. So Jesus is the truth, and Jesus will set you free. And it's not like, if you know the secret code, these certain words, then you're a sheep. You know, it's nothing like that. It's kind of parabolic symbolism, which a lot of the Bible is. When you read the Bible, it seems like there's free will involved, Old Testament and New Testament. Well, because Noah did this, or because Abraham did that, God ordained every bit of it. So you shall know the truth. You shall know Jesus. And Jesus, of course, frees you from sin. Jesus is the truth. And when you use that, substitute truth for Jesus, oftentimes you really get exactly what you're looking for. And that's why he gave himself those various names. Like I tell people, I'm like, if you've got the Jesus that loves the whole world, and is waiting on you to make a free will decision, then you got the wrong truth. You got the wrong Jesus. You got you got the hippie Jesus, which is the fake Jesus. It's the wrong Jesus. The real Jesus, you know, is like you said, doesn't love the whole world, or however you worded it. But anyway, let's keep going. Good stuff. You great questions. Horrible answers, but if I helped you, fantastic. Just keep asking. And don't ever hesitate to email me at trae455@hotmail.com. We could eventually get on the phone or connect on Facebook, do audios and all that. Meredith said, thank you for your explanation of the head wound. I'm going to listen to it again later today when I have more time. And Elon Musk, back to the other lady. Elon Musk just wrote on Twitter that Donald Trump's social network, Truth Social, should be called Trumpet. Well, is he telling us that the trumpet is blowing, like is Trump about to go down on May 16th? Christian Schultz has a May 16th thing for us here too. Oh, 516 area code. There you go. Long Island. Long Island area code is 516. Christian, love it, my friend. Good stuff. Area code 516. New York, dun 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 dun. The Nassau County portion of Long Island. That's just fascinating. Christian, welcome back. Where you been, my friend? Hello, Trey. I haven't commented in a while. I hope everyone is doing well. Not sure if you have covered this. Number 1 draft pick, Trevon Walker, wears red. Red and black, by the way, is Georgia, and they're national champions. First round draft pick. And their quarterback won the Super Bowl. He was a Georgia Bulldog, the Rams quarterback. And of course, their colors are white, red, and black for white horse, red horse, pale horse. Georgia Bulldogs full uniform. And when you see, what do you see? White horse, red horse, black horse. The only thing you're missing is pale, folks. I mean, the only color you're missing. It's literally the only color you're missing. Now we get white is almost in everybody's, but not the Packers. Packers are green and gold all the way through, not the Rams. Rams are blue. So, you know, Florida Gators do have white pants. They also have a little green sprinkled in. Go figure. But white is prevalent, even though they will tell you their colors are red and black. White is prevalent for white horse, red horse. I mean, I'm sorry. It's white pants and white shirt with white on their helmet, white stripe, white in the Georgia logo on the helmet on the side. So, you know, what are the Georgia Bulldogs colors? Georgia Bulldogs colors, black, red. Well, we can plainly see also white. Oh, good stuff, Christian. The devil comes from Georgia. Devil went down to Georgia looking for a soul. The devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. He plays for the Georgia Bulldogs, Bull, Taurus, May, Dog, got in reverse. And remember the Bulldog, M left Bond, her Bulldog. What is the purpose or message behind the dog figurine that leaving The dog for Bond is M's way of not getting her last word. So again, with the bulldog. I mean, so got in reverse. Maybe Dog Star Serious. Maybe connected to Elon Musk trying buying Twitter for 44 billion. Melania's mother's name is May Musk Mayday. Melania Trump's mother. He didn't say Melania's mother. I just thought he had a typo. It says Melon's mother. Who's Melon's? Elon's. Maybe he's saying Elon's. Elon Musk mother. May
Elon
Musk.
Musk's mother is May Musk.
Ooh, love it. The double M's, M&M's. We know what that's about. And master blank. And yeah, month of May right there, right? Good stuff, Christian. Glad you're back, man. I know Michael is too. May 16th, 516 is Long Island's area code. So fascinating stuff, my friend. Good stuff. Don't take it so long till you come back, okay? Trump's next two events. Here's Joe Kane. Trump's next two events have the word green in them, and his newest picture of him on a green. I think golf green might be something. Keep an eye at for May 16th, which is on a Monday. Is he playing golf? Golf green. My thoughts are either A, green light, ready for wound, or B, market, short squeeze between two events. May 2nd, May 6th, time will tell. Oh, good stuff as always, Joseph. And yeah, I think golf green. I think he's going down on a golf course. Donnie Darko woke up on a golf course. And it was an eclipse. The sun was eclipsed, like a solar eclipse. But it's on the day of a lunar eclipse. What is taking place during a lunar eclipse? Because they'll tell you one thing, but it's really just the Lord. What is a lunar eclipse? What is
According to
a solar
Wikipedia,
eclipse?
a lunar eclipse occurs when the moon moves into the Earth's shadow.
When the moon moves in to the Earth's shadow. Lunar eclipse. Look at this, y'all. Look at the searches the AI gave us. 614. Lunar eclipse on Trump. Trump was born on a lunar eclipse on 6/14. It says about 6140000 results. That's the AI laughing at me and you. Wink, wink. We get it. Unless, of course, Holy Spirit's what they can do, Holy Spirit can do too. So maybe that's just the Lord giving us a high five right there. Because if the ghost can be in the machine, how do you think y'all found me? Or found this channel? The Holy Spirit popped you here through the computer. So, yeah. And as the Lord would say to them, anything you can do, I can do better. And isn't that the truth? So that's it. Unfortunately, this video, I'm sure, was longer than even Michael's prep was. And my apologies, big time. But I hope y'all found it edifying. Magurta, don't hesitate to email me. We could eventually talk or get on Facebook, and I can do audio messages, something. Or just if you're comfortable here, that's fine. And you know, I'll always try to point you to the videos where I teach it. I love you very much. No Time to Die is next. And anything Michael comes up with. All right, love y'all.